Rap on trial, lyrics, surveillance, and legacy in the case against Lil Durk. The legal storm surrounding Lil Durk continues to intensify as prosecutors push forward with a high-profile murder-for-hire case, while defense attorneys and civil rights advocates challenge the very foundations of that prosecution, particularly the controversial use of rap lyrics as evidence. Another song under fire, while much of the Los Angeles federal case zeroes in on Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy, prosecutors have also brought up lyrics from another Lil Durk track, Aha, released on February 22, 2022. They cite these bars, "My brother D-Thang just got killed, and I've been slow since gang. Gang, but we got back on them. I bet they know this girl." According to prosecutors, this verse signals Durk's intent to retaliate for the 2021 murder of his brother, Dante D-Thang Banks. They've connected the lyrics to the January 2022 killing of Stefan Mack, a suspected gangster disciples leader in Chicago. Although no formal charges have been filed for Mack's death, the government has used these lyrics to establish a pattern of behavior during bail hearings. Critics say this is part of a broader strategy to paint Durk not just as an artist, but as a key figure in a violent criminal enterprise. Beyond lyrics, the digital evidence stack. While lyrics remain a centerpiece in public debate, the prosecution's case is built on far more than Durk's bars. The court delayed the trial to October 14, 2025, in part to allow both sides to review over 230 GB of digital evidence. This includes surveillance footage reportedly placing Durk at a San Fernando Valley home on August 18, 2022, the day before Xavier Lul Pab Robinson was killed. Text messages, including a warning Durk allegedly sent to an associate. Financial records, such as credit card transactions, tied to flight bookings from Chicago to Los Angeles. Forensic data pulled from phones and other digital devices. These records are being used to strengthen the government's claim that Durk coordinated Robinson's murder. The timeline that could collapse. All Durk's legal team argues that at least part of the prosecution's case is built on misleading evidence. On April 18, 2025, they filed a motion to dismiss the superseding indictment, pointing out that Durk's verse on Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy was recorded on January 25, 2022, nearly 7 months before Robinson's killing in August. This assertion is backed by an affidavit from Durk's longtime sound engineer, Justin Gibson, who provided screenshots and file metadata confirming the early recording date. If proven, this undermines the idea that Durk was rapping about a crime that hadn't yet occurred. If prosecutors are quoting an artist's lyrics as evidence, it likely means they don't have real evidence, said defense attorney Drew Findling. The court has not yet ruled on the motion. A hearing is scheduled for August 11, 2025, Lil Durk behind bars, but still on the charts, despite being held without bail since December 2024 at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles. Lil Durk remains remarkably active. On March 28, 2025, he dropped his album Deep Thoughts, having coordinated the rollout via prison phone calls. The album, featuring tracks like Connect the Dots, Notebook, Untouchable, and They Want to Be You, featuring Future, debuted at number 2 on the Billboard Rap Albums chart and number 3 on the Billboard 200, racking up 53 new RIAA certifications, more than any other rapper in 2025. A trailer and mini-documentary showed Durk's creative process behind bars and offered a glimpse of his resolve. "I tell these stories so our voice is never lost," he wrote in an Instagram message. "I'm coming home soon, stronger than ever." His positive spirit hasn't gone unnoticed. Prison staff and inmates reportedly described Durk as respectful and charismatic. His only real complaint? The food. Finding purpose behind walls, Durk has also found strength through faith. According to his father, Dante Banks, Durk has been spreading Islam inside MDC. When he arrived, there were just 4 Muslim inmates on his block. By April 2025, that number had grown to 17, a testament to Durk's ability to inspire and lead, even in confinement. "There's never going to be another Durk," said his DJ, Morris DJ Reese Davis, reflecting the void Durk's absence has left in the music scene. Remembering the victim, Xavier Lul Pab Robinson, amid all the legal drama and rap world speculation, one voice often goes unheard, that of the victim. Xavier Robinson, known as Lul Pab, was more than a name in a headline. He was a 24-year-old Savannah native, cousin to rapper Quando Rondo, and a man with dreams that stretched far beyond the street life. He ran multiple businesses, including A&S Express Carriers, a trucking company, and Supreme Exotic Frenchies, a dog breeding operation. According to sources close to him, Robinson wanted a better life for himself and for those around him. His murder not only devastated his family, but also left Quando Rondo reeling, having lost both a cousin and, previously, his friend and associate King Von in related conflicts. A bigger conversation: art, race, and justice. The case against Lil Durk is about far more than one shooting or a set of lyrics. It's a flashpoint in an ongoing national conversation about how rap is treated in the courtroom, how black art is interpreted by predominantly white legal institutions, whether fictional or exaggerated lyrics should ever be used as criminal evidence. We never see country or rock artists on trial for their lyrics, says civil liberties advocate Ed Yonka. Yet prosecutors routinely comb through rap tracks, looking for something they can treat as a confession. That's not justice, that's bias. As the October trial date approaches, the court and the country will have to confront these issues head-on. What's at stake isn't just one man's freedom, but the line between artistic expression and criminal prosecution in modern America. Shocking leaked footage allegedly ties Lil Durk to murder of Quando Rondo's associate. A bombshell development has rocked the hip-hop world. Newly leaked footage allegedly shows someone who closely resembles Grammy-nominated rapper Lil Durk pulling the trigger in the fatal shooting of Sava Lil Pod Robinson, an associate of rapper Quando Rondo. The footage, combined with recently unsealed federal documents, suggests a chilling and highly organized revenge plot, potentially implicating Durk in one of the most high-profile murder-for-hire cases in rap history. Background: the King Von Quando Rondo altercation. The roots of this saga stretch back to November 6, 2020, outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Around 3 a.m., rising Chicago rapper King Von, signed to Durk's Only the Family label, confronted Quando Rondo's crew. What began as a fistfight quickly escalated into gunfire. Timothy Leaks, known as Lul Tim, allegedly shot and killed Von, but later walked free under Georgia's Stand Your Ground law. Von's death was a devastating blow to Durk, who expressed his grief publicly, calling Von his twin. The alleged revenge plot. According to federal authorities, Durk was unwilling to let the matter rest. The feds allege that in the months following Von's death, Durk orchestrated a revenge plot against Quando Rondo. The alleged hit wouldn't take place until nearly 2 years later. On August 19, 2022, Sava Robinson, a close friend and affiliate of Quando Rondo, was shot and killed in Los Angeles while riding with Rondo near the Beverly Center. Initially seen as another street shooting, the case resurfaced dramatically in October 2024 when federal agents arrested Lil Durk at Miami International Airport. Authorities say he was attempting to flee the country with tickets booked for Dubai and Switzerland and a private jet ready to depart for Italy. Federal indictment and arrests. Durk wasn't alone in the indictment. 5 other alleged members of F, a group reportedly affiliated with Durk, were also arrested in Chicago on the same day. The U.S. Attorney's Office described the incident as a carefully planned, targeted murder for hire. Durk made his first court appearance on October 25, 2024, and was denied bond. A few weeks later, on November 8, additional charges were added: conspiracy, use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, and possession of a machine gun. If convicted, Durk faces life in prison. His co-defendants, Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dantrell Wilson, Keith Jones, David Brian Lindsay, and Asa Houston, are facing similar charges. Durk pleaded not guilty at his arraignment in Los Angeles on November 14, 2024. The trial, originally set for January 2025, was postponed to October 14, 2025 due to the complexity of the case. Evidence against Durk prosecutors have amassed a staggering amount of digital evidence, over 230 gigabytes, including surveillance footage allegedly placing Durk in Los Angeles the night of the shooting audio recordings, possibly from a long-term confidential informant text messages implicating Durk in planning the hit financial records and credit card statements used to fund the operation, hotel bookings, car rentals, and travel itineraries tied to the alleged hit. Team One key message reportedly from Durk warned, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with sick me," a phrase prosecutors interpret as an attempt to conceal identities linked to the plot. According to the indictment, Durk and his associate Grant traveled from Miami to Los Angeles via private jet. Meanwhile, the rest of the alleged hit team flew commercial from Chicago to San Diego before driving to LA. All travel was paid for with an F-linked credit card. Once in LA, the group allegedly rented luxury sedans and acquired firearms, including a fully automatic weapon. The day of the shooting on August 19, 2022, the alleged crew trailed Quando Rondo around Los Angeles, from a dispensary to a clothing store, and ultimately to a gas station near the Beverly Center. There, at least 18 shots were fired into Rondo's vehicle. Quando survived, Sava Robinson did not. The fallout. This case has sent shockwaves through the rap community. Once celebrated for his music and comeback story, Lil Durk now faces the possibility of spending the rest of his life behind bars. Prosecutors are painting a picture of calculated revenge, while Durk's legal team insists he is innocent and being framed. As the trial date approaches, fans and critics alike are left wondering, is this a tragic tale of loyalty and loss gone too far, or an elaborate setup fueled by street politics and federal pressure? The untold story. Behind the Lil Durk case, violence, music, and the lives caught in between. Xavier Robinson, known to many as Lul Pab, wasn't just a casualty in the crossfire of hip-hop rivalries. He was a young man trying to build a future outside the streets. With legitimate ventures like A&S Express Carriers, a trucking company, and Supreme Exotic Frenchies, a dog breeding business, Robinson showed a clear desire to step into entrepreneurship, to leave something real behind. But like many stories in this world, his journey was complicated. Legal troubles and a life cut short in January 2019, Robinson and 10 others were indicted on RICO charges in Georgia, tied to a 9-month crime spree between 2017 and 2018. The charges included burglary, auto theft, fraudulent transactions, and entering vehicles illegally. One specific count accused Robinson of helping steal over $100,000 worth of cars from the Chatham Parkway Collision Center over just 2 days in August 2017. Beyond the RICO case, he had other legal troubles: fleeing police, burglary, theft by taking, and even second-degree cruelty to children. At the time of his death, he was out on bond and scheduled to appear in court just a week later, on August 26, 2022. Instead, on August 19th, Robinson was shot and killed in Los Angeles. After his death, the Chatham County DA dropped the charges. Wrong place, wrong time.